Important. A lot of people don't remember this or understand it. Huge spike in violent crime at the end of Trump's presidency, granted because of pandemic-related conditions, but he was wildly mismanaging those, so there should be some blame. And then Biden has overseen this huge plummet in crime despite the right-wing narrative.
Welcome back to the Dick Gruesome Program. I, of course, am your host, Dick Gruesome, and with me today is Luke Mashed Potato Mouth Beasley. This young man has been coming up the rungs of political commentary of YouTube for some time, and I'm flat out flabbergasted by his success, and more so his command of what I like to call a microphone. What is up with this fucking kid? Let's check this out. Before we even get into it, guys, 500,000 subs. 500,000 subs. Who's subbing? Check this out. I started voting in 1970. This guy's upwards of 75 years old. Am I right, Jeremiah? What could he have? Like, what is he? What's he seeing in this kid, right? I'm not going to make some kind of pedophile joke and about how all the liberals see in this kid as a fuck buddy. What could a 75-year-old man possibly be? How could he be amused by this? One, which we don't want to say, he's going to fuck this kid. And two, just hearing what you like to hear. Right? Trump sucks. You know, these guys constantly talk about sowing division. Robert De Niro's the best.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump.
Half of the country likes Trump. So half the country should go fuck themselves, is what all these people think. Jeremiah, I got a lot of clips. I got a lot of stuff to get into. I'm going to really dissect this. I'm going to really go over the ins and outs. And I'm not being one of these creepos who wants to bang this kid. Not yet. Give me time. And I'm sure I'll come around to the idea, but at this moment, when we say fuck this kid, we don't mean sexual, right?
Important. A lot of people don't remember this or understand it. Huge spike in violent crime at the end of Trump's presidency, granted because of pandemic-related conditions, but he was wildly mismanaging those, so there should be some blame. And then Biden has overseen this huge plummet in crime despite the right-wing narrative.
There's a new absurd talking point with liberals, Democrats, the left. There's no crime anymore. Crime's gone. Joe Biden's president. There's no more crime. Crime's never been lower. This, of course, is a lie. But if you listen to David Pladman, Kyle Kalinske, or this nerd, they'd have you believe that there's no crime anymore. Well, for one, maybe that's because we're not prosecuting crime anymore. Most of the crime goes unprosecuted. There's stories in Canada where they leave their keys outside of their car door just to make it easier for the criminals. That's true. Check it out. In Canada, local officers, including cops, suggest residents leave their car keys conveniently near their front doors explicitly for thieves to find them effortlessly because they don't want to get in any kind of confrontation with these criminals. There's too much confrontation in the world, so why deal with it? Just let them do what they want. It'll probably go fine. So yes, we're not prosecuting a lot of crime, but even so, guys, trust me, the crime is going drastically up.
Managing those, so there should be some blame. And then Biden has overseen this huge plummet in crime despite the right-wing narrative about...
Where's your facts? Where's the data? All these people, all the left wing, the Democrats, the liberals, we're scientists. We always go on the data. Where's your numbers? Where's the data? Where's the data? Let's check out Chicago. Here's some data right here. Now, keep in mind, we're still within the year of 2024. 167 murders. 23, 195. 2022, 213. So I guess they're going down, except for 2020 was 179. So actually it went up after the pandemic during Joe Biden's presidency. Robberies. Oh, only it went up. Only went up by 1,000. Hey, let's check out these numbers here. Biden starts in 2021, right? 2020, 2021. Oh, robberies just went up 1,000. Aggravated battery, burglary up, theft doubled. Yeah, theft just doubled. We got motor vehicle theft more than doubled. No big whoop. But those aren't, that's the right-wing narrative. Right? Is that the right-wing? Is that right-wing narrative? What's this? Here's a crime report from L.A.
This attack on a side street in Reseda in late March claimed the life of a 60-year-old man who was getting out of his work truck when someone drove up and shot him to death. It's just one of the...
Biden thinks this is no big whoop. You guys are being stupid and racist for even caring about shit like this, by the way.
Dozens of inexplicable tragedies that have driven up LA's murder rate this year. By mid-March, the number in LA had risen 30%.
By mid-March in LA, it has risen 30%. Doesn't seem like it's declining. Check out DC. What about DC? I'm sure DC is better. Everything's better with Biden.
We are going to start off, unfortunately, with more on a D.C., a city under siege. Another deadly day in the district. Let's get right to Jacqueline with the latest. Jacqueline?
Well, guys, a mass shooting in a D.C. neighborhood last night, leaving one person dead and 2 children injured. It all went down in a northeast D.C. neighborhood.
Washington Post, 2023 was, of course, I'm not going to pay for this. It said, what did it say? No way to get around that. There it is. Deadliest year in more than 2 years. You saw it. You saw it. It's true. The point being is crime is in no way going down. It's exploding right now. It's exploding right now. They just don't have the data to back it up. Luke Beasley can't back up squat, is what I'm saying. Liberals just lie, 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 and lie more until you start to believe it. Because once you're beaten over the head with this, you're just like, okay, fine, yeah, he's racist, or what? I suck, I'm terrible. Guys, trust me, they're wrong, you're right. Finally destroys Trump live outside his trial. Finally destroys Trump. It's so crazy how words are very subjective. Words don't mean shit anymore, by the way. Jeremiah, back me up. Words don't mean a damn thing. Finally destroys Trump. Let's see how he destroys Trump, by the way. Let's see this. How does he destroy him?
This is really, even these people over here are it's kind of crazy.
They're screaming fuck you at Robert De Niro. Just an FYI, we should play this Jimmy Dore clip. Jimmy Dore's great. Robert De Niro said, anyone who likes Trump, fuck you, fuck Trump. He said that months ago. So why is it okay for him to say that, but no one can say that back to Robert De Niro? This is Jimmy Dore's point. That was a fantastic point. My point is that this guy can't take shit and everyone is delusional. Basically, it's Robert De Niro roasts Trump, right? That's what they're saying. What's this?
We're trying to be gentlemen in this world. The Democrats. You are gangsters. You are gangsters. You are gangsters. Fuck you.
Trying to be gentlemen when you tell everyone to go fuck themselves?
You are gangsters. Fuck you. A bystander or somebody in one of his rallies, he wants to punch him in the face. You don't talk that way to people. What kind of person does that?
So Robert De Niro can't take a couple heckles, but he's the man. What do they say about Trump? Trump booed off stage in public humiliation. Trump's booed off stage. Seething Trump roasted at Libertarian Convention speech. He's roasted. I know this isn't the same guy, but they might as well all be, right? They're all the same guy saying the same stupid shit. Yeah, Trump gets booed. And because he's not insane, he does a 35-minute speech. Where does he say the...
Nominate Trump for president of the United States. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice.
Watch how Trump handles this. This is how a baller handles shit. He doesn't just start screaming frantically at the crowd and telling them to go fuck themselves.
Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Roy. Thank you. No, only do that if you want to win. If you want to lose, don't do that. Keep getting your 3% every 4 years. The reasons for doing
Just making the crowd walk. This guy's a fucking baller. I mean, love him or hate him, it's fucking outstanding. It really is. Just to watch him just dig into it. Seething. He's seething. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's having a pretty good fucking time. And it seems like at the end of it, people are really starting to come around.
and give it back to the states and local governments. I will return power to the states, local governments, and to the American people. I am a believer in the 10th Amendment. I will always defend religious liberty and the right to keep and bear arms.
Let's check out this next fear-mongering tactic. Young Luke is just picking up on the game so early in life. He's really going to succeed, I guarantee it.
And we looked at this clip in a past segment that was uploaded this morning on the channel about Joe Scarborough being harassed by this Trump supporter, and the Trump supporter kept saying that Trump's going to get rid of liberals like you, get rid of them. And Trump posted that video on his True Social account. Super scary. But
first of all, this kid has the personality of a background actor on like Young Sheldon. Old mushmouth, he sounds like wet Velcro. You can't even talk. This goes back to my point that these people will listen to anything. If you're saying shit people like, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, man. Holy shit, dude. It's really scary stuff. We're going to get rid of liberals like you. Yeah, he's going to execute them. You stupid. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Inform them who you know aren't already understanding and they're not already motivated to go vote for Biden. Explain to them once on the line. Play them videos like this. Someone who defended the Capitol on January 6th saying Donald Trump's the greatest threat to our country.
He's the greatest threat. I think it's people like you, like little con artists like yourself. Luke was talking about Robert De Niro in this great speech that Biden paid for. And these two cops. Let's check out these cops real quick. The funniest thing to me about these guys is these guys do zero research on anything. There's a blurb that comes out. He just did a video about how Trump is racist again because he said the N-word on The Apprentice. Okay, wow. Who said when? Where's your proof? You guys, I heard Luke Beasley say the N-word. I did. Prove he didn't. Prove I didn't hear that. Check out these two cops. Fanoin is the face of a 6-figure ad campaign. 6 figures. They just told you they paid this fucking guy to say this shit. I mean, I don't know how else to break it to you guys. Like, I don't know how no one can put shit together anymore. These guys are liars, is what I'm saying.
Here's, let's see, the Biden campaign actually showed up outside the courthouse, which I was happy to see. I know it feels like, oh no, are you playing into the narrative of, they're going to say that this is a Biden witch hunt no matter what.
What are you, psychopathy? Jeremiah, is this right? This is the psychopathy of these people? It's a mental illness these people have. A Biden witch, what are you talking about? This is the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. But this is what they say in their heads. Everyone's after Biden. I don't know if you've talked to anyone in the world, in America. We're not doing good. Biden sucks. We want him gone. End of story. There's nothing more to it. Let's keep watching.
The Biden campaign official mentioned is here covering this, and only Trump gets to have the megaphone? No, they're going to show up too, and they're going to get the correct message.
What?
And only Trump gets to have the megaphone? No.
What are you doing, dude? Only Trump gets to have the megaphone? The entire media. When's the last time you turned on anything besides Fox News, and sometimes Fox News in general too, on TV, you've turned on something and they've said one nice thing about Trump? It's never happened. Not since 2015. But there's some like conspiracy against Biden. It's because he sucks, guys. Wake up.
And Biden has this set a list of policy achievements and a policy vision for what's ahead.
What are they? This is what they do. He has this list of achievements. Okay, well, what are they? What are they? He doesn't have any achievements. Nothing. Inflation is through the roof. No one can afford to buy a car or a home. Crime is insane. We have a giant immigrant crisis, illegal immigrant crisis. We have wars breaking out across the world. You guys keep saying we're on the verge of a civil war. I don't get it. Anyways, Jeremiah, what do we have next?